Evaluating whether I am achieving the goals I have set for myself requires honest self-reflection on my daily actions, my discipline, and the consistency with which I move forward. I believe that goals achievement is not defined only by reaching the final milestone, but by the steady progress I make every day, the habits I build, and the challenges I overcome along the way. Whenever I follow my plans sincerely, maintain focus, and push myself even when I feel tired or distracted, I know I am moving in the right direction. At the same time, setbacks do occur, but I have learned to view them not as failures but as opportunities to improve my strategies and strengthen my determination. The small victories I achieve, completing tasks on time, learning new skills, or improving my performance, are clear signs that I am gradually fulfilling the goals I have set. Though I may not be perfect, my continuous efforts, self-discipline, and willingness to correct my mistakes show that I am indeed progressing towards my goals. As long as I keep adapting and working with sincerity, I can confidently say that I am achieving my goals step by step and growing stronger with every experience. I matter because my existence has a unique purpose and value that no one can else replicate, and the impact I create, big or small, adds meaning to the world around me. Every thought I think, every action I take, and every relationship I build contributes something special to the lives of others. I matter because I have the ability to inspire, to help, to learn, to grow, and to make a difference in ways that may not always be visible immediately but are deeply significant. My strengths, my experiences, my dreams, and even my struggles shape me into someone capable of contributing positively to society. I matter because I influence the people around me simply by being present. My kindness can lift someone's mood, my determination can motivate others, and my unique perspectives can solve problems in ways no one else can. Even in difficult moments, I matter because I have the potential to rise, to change, and to shape my future with courage and intention. My worth is not defined by the perfection or constant success, but by the fact that I am able to live, learn, and evolve individuals whose presence adds value to the world. Therefore, I matter because my life has meaning, my actions have influence, and my existence holds a purpose that I only can fulfill. When I ask myself what I need to change about my personality or habits, I realize that self-improvement is not about rejecting who I am, but about identifying the areas where growth can make my life healthier, happier, and more meaningful. One of the most important things I need to change in my tendency to doubt about myself is understanding my abilities, because self-improvement is the foundation of progress. I also need to work on becoming more disciplined and consistent, as many of my goals remain unachieved not because they are impossible, but because I sometimes lose focus or get distracted. Improving my patience and learning to manage my emotions better would help me respond more calmly during stressful situations instead of reacting impulsively. Additionally, I need to change the habit of overthinking, which often drains my energy and prevents me from appreciating the present moment. Another area to change is learning to prioritize my well-being, setting boundaries, taking breaks when I need, and letting go of unhealthy comparison with others. Most importantly, I need to cultivate a mindset that embraces learning from mistakes instead of fearing them, because growth happens only when I allow myself to evolve. By making these changes gradually and sincerely, I can become a stronger, more confident, and more balanced version of myself. Does it really matter what others think about me is a question that requires careful reflection, because human beings naturally seek acceptance, yet relying too much on external opinions can limit personal growth. To some extent, what others think does matter, especially when those opinions come from people who genuinely care about my well-being, or when feedback helps me improve my character and behavior. Constructive criticism can guide me towards becoming a better person. However, beyond that limited sphere, constantly worrying about how everyone perceives me can become harmful, because it forces me to shape my life according to expectations that may not align with my values, dreams, or identity. People will always form opinions based on their own experiences, beliefs, and biases, and trying to please everyone is impossible. What matters more is whether I am living truthfully, treating others with respect, and working towards my goals with integrity. If I allow negative or uniformed thoughts To control my confidence, I lose the freedom to myself. Therefore, while the views of few trusted individuals can help me grow, the judgments of the world at large should not define who I am. Ultimately, what truly matters is how I see myself, because self-respect, inner peace and authenticity are far more valuable than temporary approvals from others. When I think about what matters most in my life, I realize that true importance is not found in temporary achievements or external validation, but in the deeper values and relationships that shape who I am and guide the choices I make. What matters most in my sense of purpose, understanding why I do what I do and what kind of person I want to become. My personal well-being also holds great importance, because without mental, emotional and physical health, I cannot enjoy my success or support the people I care about. My relationships with family, friends and the people who genuinely uplift the matter deeply, for they provide love and encouragement and a sense of belonging even during difficult times. Another thing that matters most is personal growth. The constant effort to learn, improve and become a better version of myself every day. Integrity and kindness also play a vital role, because they help me live with self-respect and build trust with others. The dreams I am chasing and the goals I have set for myself matter because they give direction to my life and motivate me to work hard. Ultimately, what matters most is living a life that feels meaningful, authentic and aligned with my values, so that when I look back, I feel proud of my person I have become and the impact I made. Whether I would break the law to save a loved one is a deeply emotional and complex question, because it puts my moral values and my sense of responsibility towards the people I care about in direct conflict. On one hand, the instinct to protect someone I love is powerful and natural. When a person close to me is in danger, my first reaction is to ensure their safety, even if it means taking risks or making difficult decisions. In such moments, the value of human life seems far greater than the value of rule written on a paper. However, the laws exist to maintain order and fairness in society, and breaking them can create consequences not only for me but for others as well. So I must carefully consider whether there is a way to save my loved one without violating legal or ethical boundaries. If the situation is truly life-threatening and the time does not allow for legal help, I might feel compelled to act out of love and humanity, because saving a life can sometimes be the highest moral duty. Yet I also understand that impulsively breaking the law could lead to long-term harm. Ultimately, my answer lies somewhere in the middle. I would exhaust every legal and safe method first, but if a loved one's life depends on immediate action and no lawful option remained, my emotional instincts might push me to prioritize their life, knowing that their compassion is sometimes more important than strict rules. My favorite way to spend the day is by creating a perfect balance of peace, productivity and joy, where I can enjoy the small moments while also doing things that makes me feel fulfilled. I love beginning the day slowly, with some quiet time to gather my thoughts and set a positive intention for the hours ahead. Once I feel centered, I enjoy engaging in activities that stimulate my mind, whether it is studying something new, working on a project, or exploring a topic that interests me. This gives me a sense of progress and purpose. I also cherish spending part of my day with the people I care about, sharing conversation, laughter, or simple moments that make my life more meaningful. If time allows, I like walking, listening to music, or enjoying a hobby, because these small pleasures refresh my mind and bring calmness. Toward the evening, I prefer unwinding in a peaceful environment, reflecting on the day and appreciating whatever I managed to accomplish. My favorite kind of day is not necessarily extraordinary. It is simply a day where I feel connected to myself, to my goals, and to the people I value. When I honestly reflect on whether I am taking anything for granted, I realize that it is easy to overlook the blessings, opportunities, and relationships that quietly support my life every day. Sometimes I get so busy with my routine and responsibilities that I forget to appreciate the people who care for me, the comfort and safety I live in, and even the simple things like good health, education, and freedom of choice. There are moments when I expect things to go right without acknowledging the effort, either mine or someone else's, that makes them possible. I might take any ability for granted, forgetting that not everyone has the same chances or resources. I may even take time for granted, postponing goals or delaying actions as if tomorrow is guaranteed. Realizing this helps me understand the importance of gratitude and mindfulness. When I consciously pause to notice what I have, I become more grounded and aware of how fortunate I am. Accepting that I sometimes take things for granted is not a sign of guilt, but an invitation to become appreciative, more present, and more intentional. By recognizing these unnoticed gifts, I can cultivate a deeper sense of thankfulness and develop a more meaningful and responsible approach to my life. Between failing and never trying is far worse, because failure at least carries the courage of an attempt, while not trying at all leaves behind only regret and missed opportunities. When I try for something, even if I do not succeed, I gain experience, resilience, and valuable lessons that help me grow stronger and wiser. Failure teaches me what doesn't work, pushes me to improve, and shapes my character in ways success never can. On the other hand, choosing not to try is usually driven by fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes, or fear of stepping outside my comfort zone. This fear can slowly limit my potential and prevent me from discovering what I am truly capable of achieving. A person who tries and fails can rise again, but a person who never tries remains stuck where they are, without progress or fulfillment. Over time, the pain of unrealized dreams and lost chances becomes much heavier than the temporary disappointment of failure. Therefore, it is better to take risks, attempt new challenges, and embrace the possibility of failure, because every attempt brings me closer to growth. Ultimately, failure is just a stepping stone, but never trying is a door closed forever, and that is what makes it far worse. A small act of kindness that I was once shown and will never forget is a moment when someone offered support at a time when I completely overwhelmed and alone, proving that even simple gestures can create a lasting impact. It happened on the ordinary day, yet I was struggling silently with stress and self-doubt, unsure of how to move forward. A friend or even a stranger noticed my discomfort and took a few minutes to talk to me, listen without judgment, and remind me that I was not facing everything by myself. They did not offer grand solutions or dramatic advices. Instead, their empathy, patience, and gentle words made me feel understood and valued. That small moment of compassion changed my entire mood and gave me the strength to keep going. It taught me that kindness does not need to be big to be powerful. Sometimes a simple smile, a comforting word, or someone taking the time to ask if I am okay can stay with me for years. This experience continues to inspire me to be more aware, more gentle, and more considerate of others, because I now understand how deeply a small act of kindness can touch someone's heart.